Stu Kroll, Great Neck. I appreciate the support, first of all, of Councilman Lurvy and Del Monte. We're now entering kitten season. While it's under discussion, we have yet to expand our woeful TNR program beyond its once-a-month occurrence. As previously stated, we're the only town on Long Island with no cat shelter. By the way, Babylon just opened up a $12 million cat shelter, and somehow or another they found the money. Let's see, this situation, as I've said previously, was brought about due to the cruel and ignorant views of John Kamen, who believed that 80 to 90% of all cats would be euthanized. He also cost the town $130,000 after he started building something and then stopped in a lawsuit. That money could have been part of a fund used to build a shelter. There's some very interesting figures in the budget relating to the dog shelter. I was very concerned with the accuracy of my figures, so in addition to double-checking the budget, I thought it a good idea to speak with somebody in the comptroller's office. My sole interest is in saving the lives of innocent creatures and curtailing the suffering they endure on our streets. The response I received from two different individuals, including the acting comptroller, was to send me budget links, which I already had, and to advise me to foil the desired information. I foiled a lot of stuff in the past. It takes 3 months to get redacted information, and we don't have the time to do that. Constituents are not breaking the doors down to talk about the budget. In my estimation, as a constituent trying to save lives, I was entitled to 15 minutes of somebody's time. This behavior was consistent with emails and phone calls not being returned from the supervisor's office. To be treated in such a manner is totally disrespectful to the nth degree. Throughout the country, just as a matter of interest, 2/3 of all households have pets. In New York State, this figure goes down to 50%. The breakdown is 29% dog ownership as opposed to 21% cat ownership. Let's examine how our town money is being spent on animals. There was $380,000 spent on a dog park with a nice ribbon-cutting ceremony. Some large percentage of this money, the exact amount I'm not sure, came from our 2019 to 23 capital fund. In 2019, North Hempstead received $200,000 from the State Companion Grant Program. The work could not be completed, so the money had to be restored in full. I got this from the director of the state program. Therefore, whatever work was done came out of town funds. There were an additional $200,000 allocated from the state fund for 2023. There was already $500,000 posted for this animal shelter for 2024. Since the director of the state program told me it wasn't state money, it obviously is coming from our capital plan. In summary, approximately $1 million has been spent or will be spent on the dog shelter and the dog park. I like dogs as well as cats, but zero is being spent on cats, except for one monthly TNR day. Advocates will be reaching out directly to high school and middle school, animal lovers. Humane education, by the way, is mandated by state law. It's rarely taught. The disparity in benefits is clearly prejudicial against cats and cannot be allowed to continue. We have discussed a voucher program for cats. It is easily affordable by the town and needs to be enacted immediately. I'm almost done, if your word. It gives homeowners much greater flexibility when there are a few dates available as opposed to just one. It means less holding time in somebody's house, assuming they have a place to hold them at all. Like, for instance, I really have no place, to hold a cat there. Why is it that every other township somehow has found a way to finance a shelter? I recommend the town consider buying a house as a possible alternative near the dog shelter. The Patricia Ledoux Foundation in Oyster Bay is such a place. They have a beautiful house, and it's donated solely to cats. You could have it right down the block, from where the animal shelter is now.
Thank you.
I'm just about done.
Well, you said that before.
What's that?
A lot of people want to speak,
It'll be done in 2 seconds. Nobody stopped him, so I'm sure you're interested too. In closing, I expect the full support of the entire town board, not just that of Councilman Lurie and Del Monte. We need to teach students and our young people about compassion and fairness rather than ignoring cruelty and suffering. Thank you.
Thank you.